to keep up with him.
Brown wide open. He fires. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Stolen by Holiday. Here's Tatum. Thunder with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Back to Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And given that Holmgren is 7 feet tall, he's a threat to throw it down at any time.
Outside, Porzingis. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. And it's all knotted up.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Hasn't made one yet. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Holmgren. There's a screen by Williams. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Brown. To the middle. There's Tatum. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Tatum's got 8 points.
And that one was on a platter. He won't miss those very often.
Back to Williams. 3-pointer. The offensive rebound. Out to Wallace. Holmgren with it. Now guarded by Tatum. And the dunk by Holmgren.
You've got to love his aggressiven's to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. And he comes up with the deuce. Porzingis has got his second basket.
And because he can score from all over the floor, Porzingis can find space inside. That's not the case for most 7-footers.
Outside Williams. Back to Hartenstein. It's hauled in by Porzingis. The Celtics with the lead. Here's Brown. Crocs in the layup for 2.
Muscling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Back to Williams. There's 38 seconds left in the first. Back to Dort. 5 to shoot. Screen by Hartenstein. Holmgren. With the clock winding down. Wallace outside. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And Oklahoma City making a change here.
Substitution on the court.
Boston leading by 4. Craig, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
Back to Tatum.
Hey, yo, right here.
Caruso grabs the miss. Here's Williams. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Celtics out in front. They lead by 4. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And the foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Taken away by Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Boston leading by 4 to the paint. Tatum at the elbow. Over in the corner, White. And so Boston again turning it over. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the two J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
Back, David, remember a couple years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. Well, they're still together. Here's Porzingis. The wide open look here for Holiday. Clock at 6. The second chance effort. Williams with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. And Derek White picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Derek White, first personal foul, second team foul. Now into the lineup for the
pass to Wiggins.
Isaiah Hartenstein.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No scoring in this one. And the shot goes down.
How about the floor awareness by Gilgeous-Alexander? Solid at just spotting his open teammate.
Tatum looking around. Outside Holiday. Holiday with another miss.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for rain. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Here's Tatum. Takes it inside. And the basket by Hauser.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Screen by Hartenstein. The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points now in the quarter.
The classic combo guard. Gilgeous-Alexander is effective in the two-man game, especially on that first option, taking it himself.
Wiggins. And Wiggins throws it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sync. Good luck trying to stop him now.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game. Both teams will make substitutions.
First team foul.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And Horford wide open. He shoots. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Top of the key, Hartenstein. Unable to get that one. Nice D from Porzingis. It's White on the wing. Down low. It's stolen by Hartenstein.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Holmgren with it. He's picked up by White. Back to Holmgren. Pass to Wallace. To the paint. Holmgren gets the bucket. Holmgren's got the lead up to 5 now for the Thunder. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Thunder.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
So it's the Celtics now. The Thunder making the shot. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here are the Thunder now. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Dort. Takes a three. Stolen by Holiday. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. Williams with the block. Here's Hartenstein. Guarded by Porzingis. Holmgren with it. He's got 8. Now here's Williams. 5 on the clock. Back to Holmgren. For 3. Kept alive. Celtics trailed by 4.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Here's Williams. Horford with the rebound.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
He gets it up. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime.
21.
It's the Thunder as they end the second quarter on a 14-6 run. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. The Thunder leading by 4. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Poke loose. Tatum with it. Williams picks him up. Outside, Tatum. Pass to Holiday. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Tatum. Williams with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And watch out for SGA going to the basket. He will put it on your head if you're not watching.
Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch-and-shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
He can do a lot with the ball, but Brown is just as good playing off the ball. He's always ready to catch and fire.
And stolen by Tatum. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. This is his first free throw of the game. First free throw is good. And Derek White, he's one of the most valuable guards, Richard, in the NBA.
White can play the one, he can shoot the ball, plus he is an all-league defender. So Derek White gives you everything you want in your backcourt.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Alder. David.
Kevin, coming out of high school at 6'0", Derek White didn't receive any full scholarship offers. He says it was humbling, but it drove me to get better. Each time you have the doubters, you just put a little chip on your shoulder. The 29th pick overall in 2017 has come a long way. Kevin, those chips are still there.
You're so right, David. Thanks. He's become a heck of a player.